What is going on, Raider Ragnar, playing some more EA College Football 26. Today we're back, and today we have a bunch of news to talk about. Without further ado, let's get into it. If you can tell that I sound a little bit different right now, it's because I've been like redoing my basement. That's what I've been doing the past week. That's why I haven't been able to make a video, because I've been doing a whole bunch of work in the basement of my house, and that's kind of mostly where I play video games. I've played it a few times, like in different rooms in my house, but it's the majority of the time in my basement, and it was getting redone. So there's kind of like an echo in the room right now as it's getting like redone, but I had to hop in here because there was a bunch of news that I had to talk about, and I didn't want to get too far behind on it. So we have to go over the quarterfinal games, right? Quarterfinal games were crazy. I watched all four. So first game I want to talk about is the number 10 Miami Hurricanes upset the number 2 Ohio State Buckeyes, the defending champions, 24-14. The Hurricanes just shredded. The Hurricanes defense just flat out just dominated Ohio State's offense. And yeah, Carson Beck had himself a day. The Buckeyes were not prepared. Then, sticking in the Big Ten, number 1 Indiana dominated number 9 Alabama 38-3. So the Hoosiers absolutely dominated the Tide and advanced to the semifinals. The next game I want to talk about is going to come back to the Big Ten. Number 5, the Oregon Ducks took down my number 4 Texas Tech Red Raiders. They shut them out 23-0. We just couldn't get anything done. Like, it was rough. Like, nothing could get done on offense. Baron Morton did not play good. Our defense could only hold for as long as possible, but Oregon was just too strong. And then the final game I want to talk about, another upset, an SEC matchup, as number 6 Ole Miss upset number 3 Georgia 39-34. The best game of the quarterfinal round. The other 3 were blowouts. Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin gets past Georgia and is in the semifinals. So the semifinals are the Oregon Ducks, the Ole Miss Rebels, the Miami Hurricanes, the Indiana Hoosiers, the Ole Miss Rebels, and the Oregon Ducks. Mario Cristobal, Curt Cignetti, Pete Golding, and Dan Lanning, one of those 4, are going to win their first national championship. So yeah. But there's been a crazy amount of transfer portal news. Transfer portal opened 3 days ago, so I'm a little late to this, but so yeah, let's get into it. So from the SEC, Oklahoma backup quarterback Michael Hawkins planning to get into the transfer portal, because I would assume John Mateer's probably coming back for one more year at OU. So Hawkins, he's a pretty good backup for Oklahoma, so I think he's going to hit the portal, and we're going to figure out where he's going to end up. Then we're going to head to the ACC, where Cal's backup quarterback, Devin Brown, former Ohio State quarterback, is also back in the portal, obviously, because he wasn't going to win the starting job over Jaron Kiwe Segpatelli. So he's going to hop in the portal and go somewhere else, probably to somewhere where he can actually play, because he couldn't play at Ohio State, he couldn't play at Cal, so maybe he should step down in competition. Speaking of Ohio State, though, head back to the Big Ten. Shortly after their loss to Miami, their backup quarterback Lincoln Kienholz entered the transfer portal, and he actually transferred somewhere. He's headed to the ACC to go play under Jeff Brom at Louisville. So So Louisville got their guy to replace Miller Moss. They brought in Lincoln Keenholz, who's got a lot to prove because he almost beat Julian Saint out for the starting job at Ohio State this year, but Julian Saint just barely beat him out. The next player I want to talk about is going to come from the Big 12, and it is going to come from the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Their quarterback, Hotz Hedgney, has decided to enter the transfer portal. We kind of figured this because we kind of figured who Oklahoma State is going to bring in, and we're going to probably get to that later. Then I want to head back to the Big Ten, to the Penn State Nittany Lions. Their backup, well, I guess starting quarterback, Ethan Grunkenmeyer, is entering the transfer portal after he was probably slated to become the starting quarterback because Drew Allen was going to go to the NFL. He has decided to dip out. And then I want to head to the SEC and the Kentucky Wildcats. Their quarterback, Cutter Boley, who came in to replace Zach Calzada halfway through the year, has decided to enter the transfer portal, and he's figured out where he wants to play next season. He is headed to the Big 12, to Tempe, to play for the Arizona State Sun Devils under Kenny Dillingham to replace Sam Levitt. So, then I'm going to head to the ACC again, and Syracuse, their quarterback, or I guess their backup quarterback, Ricky Collins, the former LSU quarterback, is back in the transfer portal. He came to LSU to try and start, but then they also went out and got Notre Dame transfer Steve Angeli, who ended up starting. Well, he didn't really start because he got hurt at the beginning of the year, torn Achilles, I'm pretty sure. So then Ricky Collins came in, but this next one's a big one. We're going to head to the Big Ten here. And the Minnesota Golden Gophers, their star two-way safety, Coy Parrish, is entering the transfer portal. Coy Parrish, he's trying to be the next Travis Hunter. So a lot of people are saying he might end up at Ohio State, so we'll see. Speaking of the Big Ten, though, I want to stay with the Penn State Nittany Lions because Matt Campbell has brought a lot of his luggage over from Iowa State to Penn State. They went out and they got Rocco Becht, the quarterback, out of the transfer portal. They also got their tight end, Benjamin Brommer, out of the transfer portal. They also got their backup quarterback, Alex Mansky, I think is his name. They also got offensive tackle Will Tompkins, running back Carson Hansen, Alex Mansky, the backup quarterback, is also coming there. They also got wide receiver Brett Elskidson. Oh my god, I can't speak. So yeah, like I said, a lot of guys from Iowa State followed Campbell to Penn State. Staying in the Big Ten with the Michigan Wolverines. This is somewhat of a big one. One of their star linebackers, Cole Sullivan, has entered the transfer portal. I'm going to miss Cole. He's a pretty good linebacker for us. Sticking with Michigan, one of our wide receivers, Samaj Morgan, has entered the transfer portal. He was kind of like our wide receiver 2 or 3 this year, so that's interesting. Next, headed to the Big 12 with Arizona State. Their running back, Raleek Brown, has entered the transfer portal. He's a pretty good running back for them. Next, headed to the SEC. And the Ole Miss Rebels, their backup quarterback, Austin Simmons, has entered the transfer portal. Austin Simmons, remember, he was supposed to be the starting quarterback this year. He got hurt in the second week of the season, and Ferris State transfer Trinidad Chambliss came in and just took over and kept the job from there. Trinidad Chambliss has actually just re-signed a deal to return to Ole Miss next season if he gets the fucking waiver from the NCAA allowing him to come back next year. So yeah, there's that. Headed back now to the Big Ten. The Michigan Wolverines, they're all Big Ten selection offensive lineman Andrew Sprague has entered the transfer portal. He was a pretty good left tackle for us. Going back now to the SEC for Lane Kiffin's LSU Tigers. He could not retain running back Caden Durham, so Durham's in the portal. We'll see what LSU does for that. They might have to go after Kewan Lacey if he enters the portal. Now headed back to the Big Ten. The Ohio State Buckeyes, their star corner Aaron Scott Jr. is entering the transfer portal. He has 2 years of eligibility left. Now we're going to be starting to get into some commitments, I believe. Oh wait, one more. A couple more actually. The SEC, back with Lane Kiffin's LSU. Their LSU's backup quarterback, Michael Van Buren, has entered the transfer portal. So Van Buren will not be the starter at LSU next season. We figured that because Kiffin would probably get someone from the transfer portal. But yeah, all right. So now we get some commitments. We're going to head to the Big 12, and we are going to head to the Oklahoma State Cowboys, where as Matt Campbell brought a lot of his luggage from Iowa State to Penn State, Eric Morris has brought a lot of his luggage from North Texas to Oklahoma State. They got the quarterback, Drew Mestemaker, is officially an Oklahoma State Cowboy. Obviously, we know about him. He threw for 4,300 yards and 34 touchdowns this season. Coming along with him, though, is the running back. Oh, sorry, safety Quinton Hammonds. The wide receiver, Wyatt Young. I believe the running back, right? For North Texas. Yeah, right? The running back? What was his name? Caleb Hawkins, that was his name, from North Texas. Yeah, that's the guy. Sticking in the Big 12, Iowa State has got their new quarterback. They went out and got Arkansas State transfer Jalen Rayner, so he's going to come in to replace Rocco Becht under new head coach, former Washington State head coach Jimmy Rogers' team. Then we're going to head down to the ACC, and The North Carolina Tar Heels have got their new quarterback. They went out and got Maryland and Wisconsin transfer Billy Edwards Jr. So he's going to come in to replace basically everybody on North Carolina's quarterback room because they're all gone. Bryce Baker's gone, Gio Lopez is gone, and Max Johnson are gone. So Billy Edwards is going to come into that. And then we're going to head now to the Big Ten. And the Wisconsin Badgers have found their replacement for Billy Edwards. Luke Fickell went out and got Old Dominion transfer Colton Joseph, who's kind of a dog. So we'll see if he can turn him into something. Then we're going to head to the Big 12. And the Houston Cougars went out and got former Tulane and Oregon running back Mekhi Hughes. So that's actually a pretty big pickup for Houston. Good for Mekhi Hughes. He was a dog at Tulane and then never really got on the field at Oregon. So we'll see what happens there. Then headed back to the Big Ten. The Indiana Hoosiers have picked up former Michigan State wide receiver Nick Marsh. So Indiana's going to be sticking at the top of the Big Ten. They replace Elijah Surratt with Nick Marsh next year. That's crazy. Then we're going to head to the SEC, and Alabama edge Keon Keeley has entered the transfer portal. He was a pretty big player, number 2 overall recruit in the 2023 class. So we'll see where he ends up. Then we're headed back to the Big 12, where UCF has found their Taven Jackson replacement. They went out and got James Madison transfer Alonzo Barnett. So Barnett leads James Madison for UCF to be under Scott Frost. We'll see what happens there. Sticking in the head back to the Big Ten, sorry. The Nebraska Cornhuskers have gotten their Dylan Raiola replacement. They went out and got Notre Dame quarterback Kenny Minchey. Obviously, he wasn't going to start at Notre Dame because CJ Carr was coming back, so he's going to take over where Dylan Raiola is. And speaking about the Hoosiers, how I said they were going to remain back, they went out and they got TCU quarterback Josh Hoover. So this year they have Fernando Mendoza to Elijah Surratt, and next year they're going to have Josh Hoover to Nick Marsh. Crazy duo. Carson Hansen, like I said, also went to Penn State following Matt Campbell. Sticking with Indiana, they went out and they got Boston College running back Turbo Richard. Funny name. Then headed back to the Big 12. My Texas Tech Red Raiders have went out and got Liberty wide receiver Dante Lee, who had 600 yards this season and 5 touchdowns. Pretty good. Big Ten. The Illinois Fighting Illini have gotten their Luke Altmaier replacement. They went out and got East Carolina transfer Caden Hauser. So Caden Hauser is an Illini. Another player follows Matt Campbell to Penn State, wide receiver Chase Sewell. Sticking in the Big Ten also, Rutgers have went out and got former Alabama and Boston College quarterback Dylan Lonergan. Lit. back to the Big 12. The Arizona State Sun Devils have picked up Colorado wide receiver Omarion Miller. So he's leaving Colorado to head to Arizona State. He's going to have Cutter Boley throwing him the ball at ASU, I would assume. So that should be interesting. Sticking in the Big 12, West Virginia's found their quarterback. They went out and got Oklahoma transfer Michael Hawkins Jr. He'll start probably immediately. Like I said, Gio Lopez is in the portal. I'm going to head now to the ACC, where the Florida State Seminoles have gotten their new running back. They went out and got Texas running back Contravion Wiesner. So that's actually a big get for the Seminoles. He'll probably contribute immediately, or almost immediately, I would say. And then the guy that I want to talk about today, the team that we're going to be using is from the Big 12. The team that I'm going to be using is the Cincinnati Bearcats. So let's get it. Oh, also Texas Tech went out and got Kansas State linebacker Austin Romaine to basically come in and replace Jacob Rodriguez next season. I'm loving that. Austin Romaine is one of the best linebackers in the country last season. This season he kind of took a step back, but he has the potential to be one of the best linebackers in the country, so I'm excited that we got Austin Romaine. But you guys know where this is coming, why we're using the Cincinnati Bearcats. There we go.
Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. We're looking forward to it all week.
And the reason we are using the Cincinnati Bearcats, you could have guessed it, their quarterback, Brendan Silversby, has transferred to my Texas Tech Red Raiders for next season, baby, taking on a $5 million.
And the Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway.
He's already been in contact with Mahomes and one of the other guys. I forget which one. But
he'll bring it back from inside his spot.
Absolutely love it.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Skips away from pressure. Fires downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Slings it downfield.
Come on.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. And you'd like to see the quarterback find his rhythm early. So far, so bad. 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Hits the open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play
turning it on. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Get a nice job on it.
Looking to throw again. Now he's going to break the pocket.
Somebody get him. Oh my God, somebody get him.
Trying to make
okay, free touchdown, I guess.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They own the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Catch in the middle. It's Royer. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Wisconsin transfer.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Let's go,
They've got a
Surge.
1st
Let's
and
ball
10
out
at the
here,
34.
I'm so excited to be a Red Raider, my guy.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be
I
incomplete.
hesitated to throw that.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Buying some time.
Yeah.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted. The defense has set him up.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there.
Ball's loose.
Pick it up.
Recovered by the defense, and he's
Go,
off.
go, go, go.
Takes it the other way.
Go.
The 30,
Go.
the 20. He's at the 10.
Beauty.
Touchdown, Bearcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Let's go.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out? They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Finds his big tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hemby. Made a defender miss. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. From the gun. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Sorsby.
I knew it.
Quarterback now
Just
breaking
throw it
the
up.
field.
Okay, don't catch it, Woody.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Fights off a defender. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
This quarterback part of their running game.
What the fuck is
Doesn't
that?
quite
Go for
make
it.
it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Surging forward on the sneak.
Oh, shit.
We've reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
Yeah, my fault, guys.
Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Okay, here we go. My bad.
And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. And that's gonna fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Sixth play of the drive coming up. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Pump the damn ball.
The Bearcats line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because
There,
last
we're good.
drive he had way too much time to throw.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires to the tight end.
How?
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Moving away from pressure. Creates a little room. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble and throws.
No fucking way.
Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Hoosiers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
What this guy does is just run with the name of
that trip to the house.
That's how he scored.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
They want to get the ball right back here in the 1st half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the ground with the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stops for a loss.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Fires on the move. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking to pass. It's Sorsby. Fires toward the end zone.
Oh my God, Caldwell!
That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Hemby to the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Cooper. Gets away from one. Finds room. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
No way. No fucking way.
On the run, deep down the right side. It's caught. They
we
make
fucking
the stop
serious
at
right
the 2,
now?
but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. This offense has been a
This game
juggernaut,
fucking
and they
sucks,
have a
dude.
chance to pad their total just before halftime. Touchdown, Indiana! Fit it in the win.
Yeah, fuck me. I guess I'll just fucking go kill myself. I don't even know what the fuck that was, but whatever. Give me a guy that doesn't faggot that has to use Indiana. Because the game fucking just wants to suck off Fernando Mendoza, so.
Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana. Home
Dude,
of the
everybody
Indiana
is so gay on this
Hoosiers.
game, man.
As we
Like,
see a squad
there's
from the Big
134
12, the Cincinnati
teams. Why are we
Bearcats,
playing as
taking
Indiana?
on the #1 team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm
Like,
Reese
we're
Davis. David
so
Pollock and Jesse
meat
Palmer
riding.
with
It's
me.
insane.
Guys, it's time to get it going.
The meat ride is fucking insane. On this piece of shit, dude. Like, whatever.
The Bearcats will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll take the return and try to improve the... And the ball is loose on the return.
Oh, good play, good play, good play.
Got it.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got
Oh,
heat-seeking
yes.
missiles
Oh, fucking,
running
this is what
down
you
the
get for
field
playing as
with
Indiana, you
bad
fucking bitch.
intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Good. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you.
What a disastrous way to start the game with a fumble on the kickoff return, and now this offense a chance to strike quickly. Looking to throw it, Sorsby. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
Get in there.
And he runs in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds.
Let's win.
Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, this guy is one of the best receivers in college football, and the defense knows it too, right? They've been watching film, and that time on third down, they had him double covered. That's a big reason why that ball fell incomplete.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Sorsby. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Got it in the middle, it's Royer. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Close enough for a field goal try, but they want more. Going for it on 4th and short from the 20. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, then left to get a drive going here.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back to the ground with the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cooper. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that quarterback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The Hoosiers are flying down the field. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's caught. It's Cooper. Open space at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Again, just don't catch the ball.
On that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
Pick it up, Sorsby. Yes.
To really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the 1st down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that 1st.
The Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down.
That's better.
To the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions with C-zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, able to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Nice move there. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, we knew this defense was going to be physical in this game, but how about that hit on the tight end after a nice gainer preventing him from getting the 1st down?
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Dolphins GM
now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. To throw, it's Mendoza. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. And the Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver. Put it on his face mask.
Okay, bro.
There he goes. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big...
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the 3-ball gives us a tie.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Sorsby. Oh, they're after him! And that's a very productive first down play of bringing up 2nd and 3. Off play action. Looking for space to the left. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He unleashes a long one. Makes a grab for a big play. It's a seam wide. Touchdown, Bearcats. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds a man in the middle. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous...
Unloads it downfield. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer.
It's terrible.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking to take a shot. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bearcats!
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.